So if you ever owned a locker like this, well, you must be aware about this combination lock. Well, I find it most interesting and tricky mechanical locks ever, as we need to match a lot of combinations using one single knob to unlock it. But hey, wait, why am I talking mechanical locks in an electronics channel? Well, it's because I'm thinking of to replicate exact same mechanical combinational lock into a digital form with exact same logic. Sounds interesting, right? So now let's move ahead and see what things we'll require to make one by ourselves. So to make this project, we'll need first of all a rotary encoder which can not just rotate in any of the direction but can also give us how many steps it was being rotated in a particular direction. Next thing is we need a display in the center through which we can see at which position the rotary encoder is right now. Based on that, we can calculate the combinations. And finally, we will need a microcontroller board which will take the input of the steps and the directions and the counts and let us know if the combination entered is successful or the correct combination or not. So we'll need these all things, and luckily I found one hardware which got all these components in a really compact form factor. So this is the Martouch toolset controller which got everything that I need for my project, plus it also got a lot of other things to make so many interesting projects. So this board is powered by the ESP32 S3 chipset, so we can expect built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth support in it. Now, on the front, we get a 1.28-inch LCD display with touch panel on it and a push button beneath the display. And over the display, we get a rotary encoder as well, which feels really very satisfying. And along with that, it also got a vibration motor for haptic feedback, a SD card slot, and well, this product is shipped with an SD card as well. And it also got a built-in RTC on board. Now to connect the external peripherals, well, it got bunch of GPIO pins exposed, and you know the best part of this product? Well, it is shipped with this free tutorial book which can help you to quickly get started with IoT using this board. Very useful for beginners. So that's the board that we are going to use for our project. So now let's start coding. So for coding, we first used the Squareline Vision software and added this image to make it look like a combination lock, and later added one more image on top which will act as a pointer. Later, after exporting the code and uploading it onto the board, it gave us the exact look of the combination lock. Later, we modified the code a bit to rotate the image as per the rotary encoder. And here we're also getting the pointer value displayed on the serial monitor. After that, we added more logic to track the position of one single number at first, and once we get success in tracking one number in a particular direction, we replicated that logic to track 3 different numbers with 3 directions and different number of passes. And after adding that logic, our final code seems to be ready. So let's test it out. Okay, so the code is successfully uploaded, and on the serial monitor we get to see setup done. So now it's time to do the combination. So first we need to pass 10 number 3 times in the clockwise direction. So let's do it. So this is 1. Then this is 2. Now we need to be careful because if we pass 10 and move further ahead 2 steps, well, it will reset because that is a wrong logic. So yeah, we have done 10 3 times, and now we need to move into counterclockwise and pass 20 2 times. Let's do it. So this is 1, and now just for one more time, and this is 2. Perfect. Now I have to pass 30 for one single time in clockwise direction. So I'll do it, and this is the last combination to be matched, and the safe will be unlocked, and we are done. Safe unlocked on the serial monitor. So we have done all the combinations in the sequence perfectly without any error, hence the safe got unlocked. But what happens if we do the error in between? For example, let's start it once again. So we need to pass 10 3 times. So let's do it. So and to reset the board first of all. Okay, yeah. So let's try to pass number 10 3 times. So this is 1, then this is 2, and now it's time to pass to 10 3. Okay, so we successfully done the first step, passing the number 10 3 times, and now we need to change the direction to counterclockwise and cross the number 20. But if I rotate in clockwise direction only for more than 2 times. As you can see, it says wrong direction and reset. And now I need to start once again with 0. That means I need to again do the 10 number for 3 times. So if I do this, it will count the number 10 as 1. As you can see, it started from the 0. So that's the logic I had. So at any point of time, if you miss the direction for more than 2 times, it will reset and it will start again from 0. So now we are done with the code, and now I'll just add the logic to unlock the actual lock, and let's see everything in action. Okay, so now to see the actual demo, we created this small box where this dial is attached with the solenoid lock, which is in lock position right now, and after entering the correct pattern, it should get unlocked. And we added one more feature in which after matching the pattern, we need to press the button and then it will unlock it. So let's try to match the pattern. So the first pattern was we need to pass number 10 3 times in clockwise direction. So let's do that. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so now the second combination was we need to cross 22 times in anti-clockwise direction. So let's do that. This is first and second. Okay, and now the third combination was we need to cross 30 only 1 time in clockwise direction. So let's do that. Okay, so we did all the combinations successfully. Now I need to press the button and let's see if this unlocks or not. Okay, so it got unlocked, and yeah, this is our safe and it is working completely fine. So this is a very rough demonstration of how this particular lock works. So yeah, that's the complete journey of building our own digital combination lock with the help of this MakerFab's toolset controller. So definitely this was a perfect development board for this kind of project, but let me tell you, it is not just limited for this project. Rather, this board is way more powerful and useful for making some really good IoT projects. In fact, the MakerFab teams have already made a separate video tutorial that covers each of the features of this board. So you should definitely watch that video series out. And one more thing, what makes this complete toolset controller board way more useful are the add-ons. So if you check the MakerFab's website, well, they have a lot of hardware add-ons for this toolset controller board, using which you can make a lot of interesting projects without doing any kind of manual wire connections. So that's a really convenient thing for sure. And now I'll link away the purchase link of this toolset controller and the other add-ons down in the description of this video. So in case if you want to buy it, well, the links are there. You can buy them out directly. So yeah, that was all from my side, and I am just ending this video here, and now just wait for my next video and then explore, learn, share with me, techiesms.